came from far and wide, from the west, south, and north of Nigeria, from vibrant lands rich with heritage and culture, teeming with creativity and passion, hearts burning with deep conviction and love. Yes, love, not just for the dance, but way beyond the dance and the rhythm. A resolve and a strong belief that love is indeed stronger than hate. Countless days and nights of intense rehearsals, a cast and a crew of well over 160 creatives. It was sweat, pain and blood. But it was more than dance and drama. The Butcher and the Bridge. An incredible story of love, survival, and the struggle for supremacy. One of conviction, a tale of forgiveness in the midst of horrific and heart-wrenching brutality.
Well, Spirit of David is very artistic, it's very theatrical, and it's been on for about 18 and a half years. It started in Nigeria through unorthodox means and through unique, creative, professional means. We take relevant and salient messages in society, but through biblical means we present it to an audience. So we use audience as opposed to congregation, because an audience wants to be entertained but needs to also be edutained. They need to be educated, they need to be taught what's going on in our society. Cast of about 160 plus. 160 dancers, singers, actors.
That must be some kind of a record in Nigeria.
I've been told it is. I've been told that there's not been an indigenous production that has featured more than 150 people at any given point in time. It's been written and directed by a great passionate young man, Uyi Omokaro, and Spirit of David members from all over the country have come here. We have guys from Abuja, from Calabar, from Ilorin, from Uyo, from Port Harcourt, just everywhere. We have like 10 branches in the country. And apart from that, we're working with people who are also non-Spirit of David members, sharing our ethos, sharing our conviction, our belief. And they've been great. They've been very understanding, very useful, very helpful. Today is special. As much as possible on 1st of October or October periods, because it's Nigeria's Independence Day, we try and put on a show that talks about freedom, it talks about liberty. The Butcher and the Bridge is a story of hope in a time of hopelessness and peace in the time of violence. Can we deal with this problem by loving back, as opposed to guns, arms, embargoes and policies? Is it possible that we reach their humanity and talk to their souls? In spite and despite of the horrors that they have performed over the years, is there any room, any possible room for the butchers to find the bridge?
The world will bow to me. The world will bow to me. The world will bow to me.
So, the butcher and the bridge is perhaps the most ambitious thing we have tried to do in this country. We've reached out to people who are pros in their field. We extended by 8 feet the stage of one of the most prestigious centers in this country for such productions. We have costumes for 160 people, times 3. We've spent millions and millions of naira. We've been rehearsing for weeks and weeks and weeks in 3 different dance studios. The Butcher and the Bridge is a story about, if you like, opposite ends of the spectrum. In our country, the southern side is more comfortable, if you like. Life here is more convenient, and the northern side can be quite volatile. So we try and merge these two, if you like, lifestyles. So you have somebody who is ruthless in The Butcher, whose name is Sudan, and he's a terrorist. I mean, he's crazy. He's anti the government, anti the Western world, and we know how relevant that is in today's society. And we meet a young pastor, a young minister, who is all about growing his church and loving people. And that is put to the test when he's suddenly posted North Side. And these two philosophies clash. And these two people clash with very, very dramatic end.
This is something that is happening globally. One of the things I've been saying recently is to challenge young people to drop their weapons.
Absolutely.
And pick up a paintbrush and paint.
Absolutely.
Pick up a camera and film.
Get on stage and dance. You know, dance it out.
Dance it out. Let that energy be redirected.
Yeah.
Because really, like we say in Love Back, I have to say this all the time, that there's something more violent than terror, and that is love.
And we totally agree. We in Spirit of David say, you know what, dare to be different. If everybody is thinking a particular way towards a subject matter, dare to think differently and present it artistically. And you discover that dance is a universal language that has no policies or governments or biases that everyone can relate to.
So that's it, viewers. With the SOD at Muson Center, The Butcher and the Bridge. And so the quest continues to search out those who have chosen to love back, those who have chosen to respond in a creative way. The Love Back journey is a quest to explore, discover, and engage with those responding to terror and violence in a creative way.